You see, TikTok does not allow children, but a child can use a father's TikTok, a mother's TikTok account. Then through that, they are able to access a number of things that are not of their age, things that will not really help them. What can you say about social media from your view?
I think media just gives teenagers a platform just to express themselves, but not the maturity of what comes after, either bad or good. They don't tell them. You know, like ukisha post picture, it just goes viral. Utajua. It might or it might not. But do you know what goes viral? The negative things.
Good. They usually say that somebody dying is not news.
Yeah.
But somebody resurrecting, that is now news.
True. Sasa angalia, utapata mtu amepost tu content ya just dancing. You know, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Atapata 200 views, 50 likes. Pata wasichana, those who are the high schoolers. Watu wamepata like over like 1 million views. Likes watapata, hata mtu amepost tu ako tu clip kadogo ako tu
kahawa watoto wenye walikuwa na and you see what they have done is totally out of order.
Exactly.
Do you know social media kama vile unasema is the one that has encouraged, maybe to be specific, there's a video I checked of an elderly mtu mzima tu, nadhani she should be above 25. This lady ameenda make a video Facebook ana dance akiinua nguo yake yote and she's shaking. Unajua kitu kinaonekana tu sasa ni panty peke yake, nguo ya ndani peke, and she's shaking. So because anajua akiweka tu video ya kawaida akidance kawaida, no one is going to. So apart from now, social media can also blame society, because like you are doing the right content, clean content. No one feels like you should like. Mtu atake kufinya hata like na ni clean content, lakini anataka achukue time kutazama
kwanza, watch yote,
watch video yote wale watoto wakifanya ngono yote mpaka penye mpaka replay. Society should also change. Which things mtu ama ukiona viral, which things are we making viral? You know, when you make something viral, it means now everyone in the community, everyone in the world is able to access that thing easily. Immediately start searching, it pops up. Good topics don't pop up. Why? No one wants to listen to the good things. No one. People want to listen to the fun, the things that are out of context.
Who is the darer?
Yeah. Who can go against the government and abuse the government?
That's what we want.
And then when the consequences come, everyone goes away. That's the part that no one that does not show on social media. And if it shows, it just dies a natural death. Because everyone expects like, wow, what will happen? The guy is abusing the president. What will happen? Even stories that people make, they want to go to the stories that are just evil. I was looking at another clip. I shot it today, where a father is kissing, he's hugging. It began by a father hugging his own daughter. Then he goes ahead to kiss on the lips, kissing the daughter on the lips, and the girl is trying to like, Dad, you're going beyond. And the father is like pulling her back and is like, what is wrong? Come here. And you're like, what is he doing? What is he doing, really? What is he doing? Will you blame social media? That is a father. Such a father, according to me, is a dangerous parent. If you leave these two people together, if you leave this man and the daughter together, I'm certain this man in one or the other will lure this child into sexual activity. These are the men who make good men look like all men are bad. Because when a man, you want to have sexual attraction to your own daughter, the same child you've been seeing naked. When I was teaching so much in a girls' school, my friend used to ask me, how do you manage teaching girls at such an age? I was telling him, I've seen these girls from when they were in Form 1. When they came and they were so filthy. Even when she's in Form 1, she has grown hips. Me, what I see, I still see a child. I still see a kid. I'm like, I cannot have a sexual attractions to such. When I see like, this is somebody that needs direction from me. What about now the father? somebody you've been washing, umekuwa kashika hivi unakaosha unakasongeza huku, kana pupu na kapanguza. Alafu today that one imenisumbua kwa kichwa. Now another clip trending today again. A mother is hugging the son. I will show you all these clips. I'm going to attach them here on this video. The mother is hugging, mother and son are hugging, and the son is holding the mother's behind like this. I think you've seen it.
Yeah.
And the mother is so comfortable. She has posed as if she's holding her man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's happening? Do you know, in my culture, even when you are after you are circumcised, you are not allowed to move behind your mother's body.
Very true. Yeah.
Kumove tu behind nyuma ya mama yako ni crime, unaweza pigwa uwawe. Another one, just going to the kitchen where your mother and your sisters are, it was prohibited. Why? That is their place. We expect them, maybe they're just seated the way they want. They are free. I think our society is rotten.
Yeah.
We can blame the third parties. The third parties, I mean, the people who are raising children but who are not really, like, they are not dad, mom, but they are the third party. Like now teachers, lecturers, you see they are third. Because there is the immediate parent, there is the other members of the family, and then the teacher will come in, mtoto atakishafikisha miaka kama 3, 4, 5 huko. And then the community expects the teacher to do more work than the parent. I think mtoto ni outcome ya chenye mzazi amemtrain. Not really what they are taught. Let the child see from you.
Okay.
There is a story, a sad story I'll tell you. Kuna jamaa kule Kisumu. These are true story. OCS wa police station fulani kule Kisumu. Alichukua watoto wake wadogo wa class 4 akawaambia anawapeleka trip. Can you guess the worst place aliwapeleka na wapi? Class 4. Guess. Tuonane, imagine anatakuwa aliwapeleka wapi?
Akachukua tu wakiwa class 1.
Aliwakuja tu akamwambia, so umefunga shule, akamwambia leo nataka kuwapeleka out mahali.
Maybe swimming, bouncing castle and stuff.
A bad place. Okay, let me save you from the thought. Okay. Aliwapeleka watoto wake kwa mortuary. So we asked him, how do you take small kids to the mortuary? He told us that, you know, I'm the #1 teacher of these children. There are things that if I don't teach them, they are not there in the Kenyan syllabus, of which he was saying the truth. That you see, like that part of the mortuary, whereby these children should value life more. They should value life more. I took them to the mortuary to see dead bodies so that they fear death and value life.
No.
When I was told that by that man in 2020, I felt like this guy is extreme. He's an extremist. He's not right in his head. But after some time, after such incidents, I've come to realize, no, that guy was right. Take a child to the hospital. If a child is riding motorbikes the way he wants, take him to the, what's it called? That section in the hospital. The accident one, the accident section, emergency section, that's the name. Take him there. Take your daughter there. Akitoka huko atakuwa akipanda bike, anaambia mtu pikipiki, pole pole, there's no I'm rushing to. Because that's not there in the Kenyan syllabus. It is not there.
It's not.
And you know, sometimes teachers will stick to what is in the syllabus only, so that mtoto apite na 844 ende nyumbani. Haifunzi anything beyond that.
And the lesson, maybe we should say, it's just a question I should address to the young people. It's just because you can post doesn't mean that you should post it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I can post to them.
Yes.
Think
just
about
because you can post doesn't mean you should post.
Yeah.
True.
Juu kama wewe kijana because ama msichana mwenye alikuwa na hiyo simu alikuwa si kila mtu alikuwa na
kweli.
It was a single person who was taking
the videos that. Yeah. Nata nilikuwa nasikia wengine wanamwambia chukua hii, mulika vizuri.
See, because you can.
Yeah, you can post.
You can post. Doesn't mean you should.
I think you've seen some people on social media saying that another smartphone in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
That was a smartphone in the wrong hands. But whichever the case, ametusaidia kujua the evils taking place. And you should know one thing. This is not the first time. This is not the first time we are having such an incident in this country. The first one I encountered in 2016 at a club in Isiolo. You see our Muslim girls, we expect them because of the teachings, we expect them to be modest. But walifumaniwa kwa club, wametoa zile hijabu, wameziweka kwa box fulani huko na wamejirusha kusakata ngoma. In fact, ukifika huko, you know, hawafai kuachilia nywele zao. Wote walikuwa wametoa hivyo vitu wameviweka huko with the boys. You see, now they have gone against the teachings. Sometimes we might not even blame the parents. Okay, we might not really blame the parents, but how the parents are teaching, giving this knowledge to the kids. Are they giving, are they giving the knowledge in a manner that the kids take it positive and accept? They own the information, or they are giving to deaf ears who are like, maliza kuongea nyamaze, maliza kuongea, alafu umesikia? Yes mom. Umesikia? Yes dad. Akitoka hapo, the same deals continue.
And how do you even react to a case yenye umepata msichana wako ama kijana wako? How do you react?
You know, it sometimes becomes shameful to yourself. I think the other thing should be, after all this, our children should be taught option B. What else do I do? Like unakumbuka kulikuwa naona clip ya Antonani, huyu gatuzi wa Nairobi. Antonani msiji mkubwa wa gatuzi wa Nairobi. This guy who keeps on moving around Nairobi. Anaitwa nani? Cameraman. Unamjua this guy mwenye anatembea Nairobi kila mara wa usafi?
Anaitwa nani?
I don't know. What? Musilia. Nani Musilia? That's the name, somebody Musilia. Mimi sijui nani Musilia. Katibu mkuu wa usafi gatuzi la Nairobi. That's the name. Now, Musilia meets a lady, and I was challenged. I thought about that thing critically. Anaambia yule mwanamke amejenga kibanda mahali, anamwambia kwamba you should leave this place because we are going to demolish it. It is an illegal structure. This is private property. The lady tells Musilia, I'm from Saboti. That's my home, Mount Elgon. But unanitoa hapa alafu. You see, she has not refused to move, but she needs another option. Because if you're not going to give the option to this lady, maybe the only option should be death. You find her dead tomorrow. You've not helped her. When you're advising our young ones, and then you find that whatever you're advising this young man or young lady to live is like she's so much attached to. Think about the second thing that can replace this. I was listening to a drug addict saying that the former president Uhuru helped him so much because when he was so much addicted to cocaine, he was given another substance that used to act like cocaine, but it was helping his system reject cocaine. You see, that one works out. If you don't want somebody to take alcohol, give him soda. Maybe just wants a drink. When he's bored, he just wants a drink. But you cannot tell him, don't drink. And then, what does he do with that time when he was drinking? He had allocated in his lifetime for drinking. Now that he's not drinking, what should he be doing? The society, the government should find some, like, serikali ilitoa tuition. How watoto, they were not doing these things because they were in school.
They were in school.
Now there is no school, they are at home. They have allocated this time, free time, because they are at home for a whole month. Now they have decided to